significant good job. And here it is my first settings. And now I would contain the second settings at the moment. Well, second setting is okay. Well, now let's come to the second settings. Salam Habibi, how are you? I hope you are fine. It is me, Michaela Caesar Santa. I am here with you. Accordance with titles, today we are roasting uh, Keir Stammers, and now here is the topic is United States versus Iran. And first of all, happy Good Fridays. Today is Good Friday in South Asia, and now let's take it the moments. And here I would compare the points. What is the difference between Donald Trump versus uh, Keir Stammers? Okay, and now let's check it. Well, here we can see topic is Donald Trump versus Keir Starmer. Okay, now first of all, here we can calculate the difference between Texas of United States of America and Tehran, the city of Iran. Hence, at the same time, I would mention the distance between London, the capital city of England, versus Tehran, the capital city of Iran. Okay. First of all, let's check it. Uh, uh, distance 0. Here, departure. Here, what is departure? Texas city, Texas, USA. And where is arrivals? Arrival is, arrival is Tehran, the capital city of Iran. And now, what is the United States F-16 distance? Well, what is the distance? Flying distance is almost 13,000 kilometer. 13,000 kilometers. F-16 fighter planes velocity to eliminate Iranian revolutionary terrorists in Tehran, Iran, where United States F-16 velocity is almost 13,000 kilometer per second. But now, let's talk about the distance one. Here we can say about the points distance 1. Now here we can see departure. What is the departure? Departure is London, the capital city of England. Okay. And where is the points? Arrivals. Arrivals is Tehran, Iran. Now, where is the points? Here we can say that is what is the distance between them? That is 6,000 kilometer. But now Under the Prime Ministry of Keir Starmer, here we could see British F-35 plane What is the British F-35 plane velocity? Well, British F-35 plane velocity is almost 30 kilometer per hour. Okay, and now let's check it the points. And here, just wait for a moment. Okay. Well, now here here I am here to mention that when the topic is United States F-16 fighter planes versus British F-35 fighter planes under Keir Starmer's. Now, how can we ensure that Donald Trump is superior than Keir Starmer? First of all, let's check it. What is the period under Donald Trump's? In period under Donald Trump's, United States F-16 velocity is 13,000 km per seconds, where distance is almost 13,000 kilometers. Okay, and now this is the significant moments. It is the advantage for United States F-16 fighter planes because when United States F-16 fighter planes would eliminate Iranian terrorist Ali Khomeini or some Iranian revolutionary rebel terrorist, and here the departure would be Texas City, Texas provincial state of United States of America, where departure time is morning 6 o'clock. Okay. Morning 6 o'clock, April 3, 2026. And here arrival time would be morning 6 o'clock, 1 second past, April 6, April 3, 2023, 6. April 3, 2026. And it is the points. Now here flying time would be 1 second, where flying distance would be 13,000 kilometers. But now, here the problem is that when we are talking about a British F-35 plane under the Prime Minister period of Keir Starmer, now British F-35 fighter plane velocity is 30 km per hour. And now, here is the explanations. Departure is London, the capital city of England, and arrival is Tehran, the capital city of Iran. Here distance is 6,000 kilometers. Now let's see what is 6,000 divided by 30, that is 200. Well, we know that 100 hours is almost 8 days, 4 hours. That means 200 hours is 16 days, 8 hours. And here the significant problems we could see. The British F-35 plane can travel 6,000 kilometers in the flying time of 16 days, 8 hours. Well, here we can see the where departure time is morning 6 o'clock, March 3, 2026. Here arrival time would be when morning 6 o'clock, April 3, 2026. Arrival as a departure times, arrival time is, April 19, 2026 at afternoon 2 o'clock. And that is the significant points that what is the probable topics and what is the beneficiary for Iranian revolutionary terrorist. Here, beneficiary is the significant. Let's talk about the first beneficiary. Here, when United States F-60 fighter planes under Donald Trump would attack on Tehran to eliminate Iranian revolutionary terrorists. In these moments, Iranian revolutionary terrorists would contain no clue to escape the attack of uh, United States F-16 fighter planes. But what about the British F-35 fighter planes? Here we can see the British F-35 fighter planes would provide the proper preparation time of 16 days, 8 hours to Iranian revolutionary terrorists to get prepared to attack the British F-35. And here we could see that British F-35 can be defeated by whom? Iranian revolutionary naval terrorists. Okay, and now we can see these points. It is the significant points. Okay, now let's check it. In that moment, Iranian revolutionary naval terrorist, I apologize, Iranian revolutionary terrorist contains a Sukhoi 37s with the velocity of 7,000 km per hour. Just for a moment. Well, and now here I have some problems. And now let's check it. Well, here is the comparisons. Well, Iranian Sukhoi 37s with the velocity of 7,000 km per hour, and United States F-16 fighter planes with the velocity of 13,000 km per second. Well, as we can see the points, for 13,000 km per second divided by 7,000 km per hour. What is the points? Calculation results. That is the calculation to be 2 km per second divided by 1 km per hour. Okay. Now here we can say as the calculations became 7,200 km per hour divided by 1 km per hour. That means here United States F-16 fighter planes is 7,200 times faster than whom? Iranian Sukhoi 37 planes. But now let's talk about the British F-35 planes under Keir Starmer. Here, British F-35 plane velocity is 30 km per hour, where 30 km per hour, where Iranian Sukhoi 37 contains the velocity of 700 km per hour. And now, where is the comparisons? 7,000 km per hour divided by 30 km per hour. That means 700 km per hour divided by 3 km per hour. And here we can see that is the significance. We can see the points. Iranian Sukhoi 37 is 200 times faster than British F-35 plane hence, where England contains the Prime Minister like Keir Starmer. And now here we can see that is the significant moments. Well, now it is the embracing moments for the United Kingdom, as we could see. Okay, now let's we have seen the velocities, and here let's talk about the points. Well, now what is the meaning of 7,000 kilometer per hour, where uh, distance between uh, Texas city of the Texas of the United States of America and Tehran, Iran is 39,000. That means here Iranian revolutionary Iranian revolutionary terrorist can arrive Texas the flying distance of in the flying timing of 2 hours, and Iranian revolutionary air terrorist can arrive to London, the capital city of England, in 1 hour. Okay, that is the meaning. Well, and now let's check it the moments. Let's talk about the kinetic powers. Now, United States F-16. Well, here I would like to write Donald Trump F-16 kinetic power. What is the calculations of this? That is 10 to the power 5 multiplied by 13 square multiplied by 10 to the power 6 square. Okay. And now let's check it the points. Well, how can I calculate it? I will tell you later. But now let's check it. As our knowledge, what is the equations of kinetic powers? That is half of weight of F-16 fighter planes multiplied by distance square divided by travel time cube. And now here observation is United States F-16 fighter planes can weight half of weight is 10 to the power 5 kilograms. Okay. Now here let's check it. The velocity of Donald Trump United States F-16 fighter planes velocity is 13,000 km per second, where flying distance is 13,000 kilometers. And now let's check it. I am containing a coax. Well, and now here we could see the flying timing would be 1 second. And here we could say that what is the equations as we could notify. Kinetic, in the equations of kinetic powers, flying time cube is equal to flying time square equal to flying time to the power 7 equal to flying time to the power 666, because 1 cube equal to 1 to the power 7 equal to 1 to the power 666 equal to 1 to the power 666 decillion is always 1. Since the flying time is 1 second, here kinetic power is kinetic energy. Hence, the equations of kinetic energy powers becomes half of weight of F-16 fighter planes multiplied by distance square. And here, that is the calculations. Well, now here we could see that what is the kinetic powers equations. Here we could see the points. The equations of kinetic powers contains a calculations like 10 to the power 5 multiplied by 13 square multiplied by 10 to the power 6 square. Okay. And now let's check it. Well, we know that 13 square is 169. Okay. Now what is 10 to the power 6 square? That is 10 to the power 12. And what is 10 to the power 6 square multiplied by 10 to the power 5, that is 10 to the power 12 multiplied by 10 to the power 5, that is 10 to the power 17. Well, and here we could see the kinetic powers becomes 169 multiplied by 10 to the power 17. And as the calculations, we can say it is 16.9 trillion megawatts. Okay. Now here we can write 16.9 trillion megawatt. But now here we can see, let's say about the topics. Well, I contain some problematic. And here I contains the problematics. I don't know why. Well, but now let's take it. What is the points of Keir Stammers F35? Here F35 kinetic. Someone say hi. Well, Salam, how are you? And now let's check it. Let's talk about the kinetic power. What is the calculations of kinetic powers? Here calculation is difference, as we could see. 10 to the power 5 multiplied by 6 to, square multiplied by 10 to the power 6 square. And now divided by double bracket of 72 cube multiplied by 10 to the power 4 cube. And now here is the points, as I have some curiosity at the moment. Well, here we can see what is 72 cube, that is 8 multiplied by 6 to the power 6. And what is 6 to the power 6 divided by 6 square? That is 6 to the power 4. Well, now we know that 10 to the power 6 square multiplied by 10 to the power 5 is 10 to the power 17. And here the calculations becomes, well, now let's talk about the points. The calculations becomes 10 to the power 17 divided by 8 bracket of 8 multiplied by 6 to the power 4 multiplied by 10 to the power 12 bracket close. Okay, and now here is the questions we contain the curiosities. What is 10 to the power 12 divided by 10 to the power 17? That is 10 to the power negative 5. Okay. Now what is 10 to the power 5 divided by 100? That is 1000. And here we can say here the calculations becomes 1000 divided by bracket of 8 multiplied by 13. Okay. Well, now let's check it. What is 200 multiplied by 8? That is 25. Now hence 100 divided by 8 is almost um, 120. What is 1000 divided by 8? It is 125. 125 divided by 13 is almost just like 1 watt. It is 1 watts. And now, here is the significant difference between United States President Donald Trump versus British Prime Minister Keir Starmer. Well, now here I would brought, here I would bring some another persons who were Prime Minister before Keir Starmer, and the British person were from Labour parties. Here I would like to talk about the Tony Blairs. Okay. Now in these moments, when Tony Blair were Prime Ministers of England in 2007, here what was velocity of F-35 planes? That is 6,000 kilometer per second. And in this, because I have mentioned 6,000 kilometer per second as a British F-35, because the topic is USA versus Iran wars. Okay, and now here we can see that we can expect England as a supporters of United States of America as in the war against Iran. Well, and now let's take it. What is 6 squared? That is 36. Well, well, in this moment, a British F-35 planes under Tony Blair's contains the kinetic powers, just like a 36 multiplied by 10 to the power 17 watts. That means 3.6 trillion megawatts. Well, it is still less than Donald Trump United States F-16 fighter planes, but still that is the significant support tip works contributions. And now let's but still here British F-35 plane under Tony Blair would contain the kinetic power of 3.6 trillion megawatts, and United States F-16 fighter planes under Donald Trump contains kinetic powers of 16.9 trillion megawatts, and that is some like the near comparisons. But now, in the current calendars of 2026, Keir Starmer is an current Prime Minister of England, and under the Prime Ministry of Keir Starmer, British F-35 kinetic powers contains the kinetic powers of 1 watts, where United States F-35 plane kinetic power under Donald Trump is 16.9 trillion megawatts. Where is 16.9 trillion megawatts, and where is 1 watts? That is the significant disaster moments. Okay, just for a moment. Okay, and now let's here is the significant points. Well, and now here I have mentioned velocity. Here I have mentioned the kinetic powers. Well, let's talk about the daily expenditure without fuel systems. Okay, now here we can see the F-16 fighter planes or F-35 fighter planes contains the daily maintenance expenditures of almost 5 million United States dollars. Okay, and now that is the points What is one day? That is 24 hours. Well, now here we can see when United States of America under Donald Trump, here United States F-16 fighter planes would need almost 1 hour maintenance time without maintenance expenditures without fuel. Here, one day's maintenance expenditure is almost 5 million United States dollars. I mean 4.8 million United States dollars. Okay. Now what is 48 divided by 24? That is 2. 1 hour maintenance, the expenditure is 200 United States dollars. That means here, under the United States presidency of Donald Trump, United States F-16 fighter planes needs almost 200,000 United States dollars as a empty maintenance day, empty maintenance expenditure to attack Iranian revolutionary terrorists. It is the points. But now let's check it. What is the maintenance expenditures of British F-35 planes where Prime Minister is Keir Starmer? Okay. Now here we can see that is the moments. What is 5 divided by 3? Well, that is almost 2. Okay. Now let's see. 5 multiplied by 16, that means 100. That means 80. It is the points. Even British F-35 planes needs the maintenance times of 83 million United States dollars in 16 days, where the purpose is one time, that is to eliminate Iranian revolutionary terrorists. Okay, and now here is the points that what is the significant moments. Why it needs 16 days, 8 hours? I apologize. Why British F-35 planes needs the maintenance day of 82 million United States dollars? Because British F-35 planes contains the kinetic powers of 1 watt under the prime ministry period of Keir Starmer. Well, what about the presidency of Donald Trump? United States F-16 fighter planes needs one-time maintenance expenditures of 200 United States dollars. Now, where is 83 million United States dollars and where is 200 United States dollars? That means here we can say the points. British F-35 planes under Keir Starmer is just to compromise the war between United States of America versus Iran, and that is the significant negative points we could see. Okay, now here what is that is the moment at points. But what if Tony Blair would be Prime Minister of England in lieu of Keir Starmer? Then what is the kind of the points? Well, now here we could see that Tony Blair was Prime Minister of England in 2007, and what about the British F-16 fighter planes? The maintenance expenditure for one times in day is 200 United States dollars, because In that per times, uh, British F-16 fighter planes contains the velocity of 6,000 km per second under the Prime Ministry of Tony Blair in 2007. Okay, now where is British F-16 fighter plane with the maintenance expenditure of 200 United States dollars versus where is Keir Starmer British F-35 fighter plane with the maintenance one-time maintenance expenditure of 83 million United States dollars. And here we can see that is the point how Keir Starmer is ruining the war history of England. Okay. Now here I did not discuss about the fuel systems. Okay. Now let's talk about the fuel system at the moment. Well, here I contains the Coca-Cola, and today is Good Friday. And now, why I am celebrating the Good Fridays? Here I am celebrating just because here at the last times, uh, honorable Christian God Jesus Christ is sacrificed his life to erase our sin to the Christian Adonai. And in these celebrations, we are celebrating it the Good Friday with the Coke at the moment. Okay, but unfortunately, when Donald Trump is supporting the Good Fridays at the sacrifice of Jesus Christ, well, Keir Starmer is just ruining the sacrifice of Jesus Christ because okay. Now let's see what is the cause. The cause is, in the last times, Prophet Jesus Christ would mentions the points that in the day of judgment, here would be the Antichrist, where Antichrist would contains like Islamic satanic satanic sheep as her head, and they would be Antichrist, and they would be they would look like sheep, but their voice would be just like snake. And in these moments, uh, Antichrist would be fit in the honorable Iranian revolutionary terrorist. But in these moments, Keir Starmer is supporting Antichrist. Keir Starmer is supporting Iranian revolutionary terrorist, where Donald Trump is against the Antichrist segments. Okay. Now let's talk about the fuel system. What is the fuel? Well, and here I would write some points. Donald Trump F-16 fuel. What is Donald Trump F-16 fuel system? That is artificial solar arc reactor with temperature of 400 multiplied by 10 to the power triple six million triple six thousand triple six degree Celsius. Okay, and now let's check it. What is the fuel weight? Here we can see what is the fuel weight. Now here we can see this moment. The fuel weight calculation is 100 169 multiplied by 10 to the power 17 enter divided by bracket of 2 multiplied by 10 to the power 4, bracket of 400 multiplied by 10 to the power triple 6 million triple 6,000 triple 6 degree Celsius, bracket close. And now here is the points here I would like to mention it. Okay, and now let's check it. Well, here is my significant times. Why I have mentioned 2 multiplied by 10 to the power 4? Because 2 multiplied by 10 to the power 4 is 2 multiplied by 10 to the power 4 joule per kilogram per Kelvin of artificial the specific heat of artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 400 multiplied by 10 to the power triple six million triple six thousand triple six degrees Celsius. Well, and here we have mentioned the temperatures. Now let's check it. What is 66 divided by 17? That is 56 divided by 7. Well, here we can write here 49. But now, what is 66 sum by 4 divided by 17? That is 60 divided by 7. That is 53. Okay. Now hence here is the calculation is 169 divided by bracket of 2 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 10 to the power triple six million triple six thousand 653. Okay. Now what is 2 multiplied by 4? That is 8. Now here we can see these moments. And here the calculations becomes 81 point 125 multiplied by 10 to the power negative triple six million triple six thousand 653. Here fuel weight is 81.125 multiplied by 10 to the power negative triple six million triple six thousand 653 kilograms of artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 400 multiplied by 10 to the power triple six million triple six thousand triple six degrees Celsius. That is the significant necessity. And now here is the points. It is the fuel system of Donald Trump United States F-16. But now at this moment, what is Keir Starmer F-35 fuel system? Well, Keir Starmer's F-35 fuel system is petrol. Okay. And now here we can say the calculation of fuel volume. What is the calculation of fuel volume? That is here 72 multiplied by 10 to the power 4 divided by watts bracket of 100 multiplied by 8. Well, what is 100? 2 joule per kilogram per Kelvin is the specific heat of petrols, and 50 is temperature distance of petrols, and here 2 multiplied by 50 is hundreds. Okay, and now here we could see what is the calculations. That is, here we could notify 72, 7200 divided by 8. What is 72 divided by 8? That is 9. Here we can mention as 900 liter of petrol Keir Starmer need to eliminate Iranian terrorist Ali Khamenei oil. Iranian terrorist has been dead. Well, 900 liter of petrol is the record of Keir Starmer British F-35 planes to eliminate Iranian terrorist Mustafa Khamenei. And that is the points we could write at the moment. But when we are talking about the Donald Trump's, let's say the comparisons. Donald Trump's United States F-16 records is artificial solar arc reactor with a temperature of 400 multiplied by 10 to the power 666,666,666 degrees Celsius, of weight of 81.125 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 666,653 kilograms, where Keir Starmer records 900 liters of fuel, where purpose is same, to eliminate Iranian terrorist Mustafa Khamenei. And now here we could see the British F6, here British F-35 fighter jet under the Prime Minister Keir Starmer is from the dinosaur era, and F-16 for United States F-16 fighter planes under United States President Donald Trump is the almost modern time scientific planes. And so, but according with Keir Starmer's, United States F-16 fighter planes is sci-fi. Okay, and now here that is the comparison. Says it is the difference between Keir Starmer versus Donald Trump. And now we have talked about Keir Starmer's nationalism. But when Keir Starmer rules the anti-nationals, then what is the fuel volumes? Well, here fuel volumes, well, is significant at the moment. Calculation is 36 multiplied by 10 to the power 17 divided by 80. Okay, that means here 36 multiplied by 10 to the power 16 divided by 8. Well, what is 36 divided by 4? That is 9. Well, and here we can see the points when Keir Starmer would protect Iranian revolutionary terrorist Mustafa Khamenei, or when British F-35 planes under the command of Keir Starmer would be ready to eliminate United States President Donald Trump in the period of the war between United States of America versus Iran. Suddenly here we can see, to eliminate Donald Trump, Keir Starmer needs British F-35 fighter planes with the fuel volume of 45 quadrillion liter of petrols. Now we know that in the current times, what is 1 liter petrol cost? That is 2 United States dollars. That means uh, Keir Starmer would expend 90 quadrillion United States dollars to eliminate United States President Donald Trump to support Iranian terrorist Mustafa Khomeini. Okay, here's the points. But wait a moment. United Kingdom, I mean, the gross domestic product of England is 3 trillion United States dollars. Then what is the mention at the points? That means Keir Starmer is always ready to destroy gross domestic product of England in 30,000 times, but the purpose is to eliminate United States President Donald Trump or to protect Iranian revolutionary terrorist Mustafa Khomeini in the period of the war between United States of America versus Iran. And that is the significant disaster at the moment. Okay, and here we could see the Keir Starmer is a unacceptable British Prime Minister because to eliminate United States President, Honorable President Donald Trump, or to protect Iranian terrorist Mustafa Khomeini, Keir Starmer is ready to destroy the gross domestic product of England in 30,000 times. And here that means in the inner side of England, I mean, according with MI5 reports, Keir Starmer is Antichrist of Christian England. Okay, here I have mentioned Christian England because here I have celebrated at the Good Friday. Okay. Now in Bangladesh, today is Good Friday and tomorrow is Easter Sunday. Well, in this points, our honorable Christian prophet Jesus Christ, the son of Adonai, is keep in the graveyard in Friday because he sacrificed his life to erase our sin. And now in July 4, 2024, we British were accepting ourselves as a sinner that we elect Keir Starmer, the British Antichrist of the Christian England. And hence, what is the result? The result is when here the war is between United States of America versus Iran, where Iranian revolutionary terrorist is like Antichrist of the world. Hence, Keir Starmer is ready to destroy gross domestic product of England in 30,000 times to eliminate United States President Donald Trump. He is ready to destroy the gross domestic product of England in 30,000 times to rescue the Iranian revolutionary terrorist Ali Khomeini. And now, here is the points, that is the significant disaster moments as we could see. When we could see the significant disaster moments, Now, well, here is the points of the definitions. Well, what is the definitions of Wokism? Here, definitions of Wokism is uh, to stand our positions or stand our opinions that can against the national culture and the national religious culture or the national traditional cultures. Okay, now here we can say the points. Here we have lost Keir Starmer in the topic of toxic workism, where the point is United States versus Iran of America versus Iran, and here comparison between Keir Starmer versus Donald Trump. Okay, now here we can see what is the United States Christian traditional points value. The value is United States F-16 fighter planes contains a fuel system where fuel would be artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 million 666,000 degrees Celsius. And in the story here the United States traditional values is here fuel system to be artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 400 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 million 666,000 degrees Celsius. And now let's talk about the British traditional value. What is the opinion of British traditional value? According with British traditional value, here British F-35 fighter planes would contain artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 800 multiplied by 10 to the power 666,000 degrees Celsius. But now, accordance with Keir Starmer, a British F-35 fuel system would be petrols. Now, in these points, petrol, accordance with the fuel system, petrol is against uh, British traditional value, where artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 400 multiplied by 10 to the power 666,000 degrees Celsius is the actual value of British fuel traditional systems. Well, British traditional fuel system value the artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 400 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius, and that is the points. And here Keir Starmer broke the traditional value of British fuel system. Hence, I have lost Keir Starmer because of toxic Wokism. Okay, and now let's check it the moments. Well, and here we can see when the British F-35 fuel can contain the velocity of 6,000 km per second. Well, okay. Now here we can see when British F-35 fighter planes would contain the velocity of 6,000 km per second under the Prime Minister of Keir Starmer. And here, what is the significant issues created by Keir Starmer? Here, the fuel volume would be almost okay. Here, the fuel value would be 45 quadrillion liters of petrols. Okay. Now here we can see these moments. Now let's check it the calculations. Well, to eliminate United States President Donald Trump, Keir Starmer needs British F-35 planes with the fuel volume of 45 quadrillion petrols. Well, to rescue Mustafa Khomeini, the Antichrist Iranian revolutionary terrorist, Keir Starmer required British F-35 with the fuel volume of 45 quadrillion liters of petrols. And what is the total at a combined fuel volume? That is almost 180 quadrillion petrols. That means Keir Starmer is ready to spend 360 quadrillion United States dollars. Where? What is the points? That is almost 120,000 times destructions of uh, gross domestic products of England. That means here we could see in the war time between United States of America versus Iran, here Keir Starmer is actually the antichrist of both of England, Christian England and the Christian Western country, where Christian Western country can be England, Christian Western countries can be United States of America, even Christian Western country can be Canada, and Christian Western country can be Mexico at the moment. And in this significant points, now here is the moments we can say the Donald Trump is much better than Keir Starmer. Although I have a significant issues about Donald Trump's policy, and I think I would request the better time to roast Donald Trump. But for these times here, Donald Trump is far better than Keir Starmer. Even Tony Blair is far better than Keir Starmer as we could see. Okay, and now here we can see that is the all of the calculations we can see the moments. Well, and in the next times I would take one day as a relax, and I would be back in Easter Sunday. See you then. Khuda Hafiz. Love you.